Mama's making a guest appearance. Okay, so I decided to try to take a little break from all the stress going on right now. And is the sound coming through okay? It looks like it is on my meter, but I just wanted to make sure it sounds good on your end. But anyway, just decided to take a break and try to occupy my mind. I was going to do this 68 special here, but it's a little long. I have to get my daughter when she calls me, get her from work, and I did not think about that. So I'm going to have to find a shorter one. Too loud.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Gates of Graceland. I'm your host, Tom Brown. Now, we've talked a lot about Elvis in the episodes of Gates of Graceland. Right now, we're going to
How's
talk
that?
about an aspect about Elvis that you may think you know everything about, and that's the awards that Elvis has won. We all know that, he has gold records, platinum albums. We all know that he's won something like that, the Golden Globe for Elvis on Tour. We know he's inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, won 3 Grammys.
Oh, come on now.
Some more awards you might not have heard about, and here to tell us all about that is Director of Archives, Angie Marchese. Angie, thank you for welcoming us into the Hollywood VIP.
So is the audio okay?
Some of the awards that people probably have never heard of are some of the more awards that Elvis got actually for his acting. You don't think of Elvis receiving awards for acting except for the Golden Globe, which really was not acting. It was Elvis being Elvis.
Yeah.
But over here we have a couple of awards that are kind of unique. This one is the Laurel Awards. It's the Exhibitor Laurel Awards, which this was presented to Elvis on the set of his movie Kissing Cousins in 1963, and it's for being the best new power star. Of the
Okay, so can't hear it.
Exhibitors, the film
All
buyers,
right.
they give Elvis
How
this
about now?
award for power because at the box office at the time in the 60s, they've got probably 3 Elvis movies a year coming
How's
to their
that? Does that
theaters,
sound better?
getting people into the theater.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about movies, the studios make their money on ticket sales, the theaters make their money on popcorn and soda. And so they love Elvis movies.
They definitely love Elvis movies.
Yeah.
He also won awards in 1966 from the same people for being the best new male star at the time, along with Cary Grant and Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh, pretty good company.
Yeah.
You got some more over here too, right?
This is actually an up-close award that was presented to Elvis on the set of Viva Las Vegas, and it's for being the best actor of the year for 1962.
Thank you, thank you.
I love that you've got the photographs of Elvis with his awards too. I mean, that's kind of fun. Where were these awards? Where did Elvis keep these awards when he was alive?
He actually had them stored in what we call the trophy building. It was first a rec room, and then it became more of a awards and display area. And so that's where he would keep all of his gold records and awards like these. So, in fact, there's more awards in the trophy building we have on display. You want to go see some?
I'd love to. I think I've seen them all, but I bet I've missed some.
All right, we're headed to the Hall of Gold.
All right.
All right, so they're headed to the Hall of Gold. Just going to stop it there for a second. Does the audio sound good as far as my voice and the video playing? Everything's great. It's not starting and stopping like it did one time before. Just want to make sure everything's okay before we proceed further. But anyway, yeah, just decided to clear my mind a little bit, and hadn't done anything in a while. As y'all all know, I got a lot of stuff going on right now, but hopefully going to be back at it when all this settles down. So anyway, let's see. Yes, can hear it now. Great. Okay, all right. Everything's good. Let's go visit the Hall of Gold. Now, when I went to Graceland in 2007, we went through here, and I learned that Elvis liked to show this room off to people, like when he'd have guests come over. It's not like it was here now. He called it a trophy room, but it had glass cases and stuff in there for various stuff that people sent him and different awards he had won and whatnot. But stuff that Elvis was proud of. So let's see how they've done it here.
So, Tom,
Look
you
at
recognize this?
I recognize this. You know, this is even as a fan, seeing this is so impressive to see all these records. I imagine when artists, musicians today come in and they've got 1 or 2 gold records, they walk in and they're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. This is the aha moment when people walk through the door and go, oh yeah, this is what it's about.
Yeah.
You know, this is what he accomplished. And every award in this hallway was presented to Elvis during his lifetime.
Wow.
So we've got gold, we got platinum records, his Grammys are here, his Grammy nominations are here, but we also have awards like these 4 here with the stars on them. Okay. Those are the GG Awards, 2nd Annual GG Awards, and actually the 1st Annual GG Awards.
Wow, and for Best Musical Movie Actor.
And Best Movie Actor?
Yeah.
The GG Awards are actually named after the editor of 16 magazine, which came into fruition in 1956. But their first copy didn't hit the newsstands until May of 57. And guess who was on the cover?
Oh, as I stand at Graceland, I have an idea who was on the cover.
Elvis Presley?
Elvis, yeah.
So we have 4 GG Awards, all from 16 magazine.
Right.
Then the next case here, you have Cashbox Awards.
Ah.
Another magazine award. Cashbox magazine was actually kind of the rival to Billboard magazine at the time.
Right, yeah.
So it's all for, you know, radio and jukebox play. And these are just 6 of the Cashbox Awards that we have. We actually have many more that are not on display right now. But these are some of his biggest hits in his first album, Elvis Presley, Don't Be Cruel, and then his second album simply entitled Elvis.
You know, what's amazing about this is even though it's presented by a magazine like Cashbox, you read it and it's for the most programmed country album, the most programmed country. It's really an award given due to what the fans did.
Exactly.
And the fans demanded the album, they demanded the songs, they bought them.
They bought them, which put them on the charts, i.e. that's why they were in Cashbox magazine.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, and then we have more of the Laurel Awards. I told you Elvis won 4, I showed you 1.
Right, yeah.
Here's the other 3.
Wow, they're all together. You know, you're so overwhelmed by the gold and platinum albums that you miss these other awards.
You miss these other ones.
Don't know the stories about them.
Probably the most unique looking awards we have in the hallway are these 18 Golden Boot Awards.
Oh, yeah.
And again, the funny thing is it's for country music. These are RCA Record Awards presented to Elvis, all for country hits. Elvis has 18 of them. And they're for everything, and they're for songs that you wouldn't even think that you would consider to be country. Like the first one, there's for Moody Blue. And then we've got Help Me from 1974.
Right.
And there's for the album from Elvis Presley Boulevard.
Elvis Presley Boulevard, and then underneath, Way Down.
Yeah. So this is an award that came straight from the record company.
Gotcha.
It was something that.
Wouldn't you think that he would be known as the king of rock and or the king of country instead of the king of rock and roll? Being he has all these awards for his country music contributions. Weird.
They did.
Yeah. And again, country awards, you know. Elvis, there's so many, and still the only artist, Country Music Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
Gospel Hall of Fame, R&B Hall of Fame. He has now been joined by Johnny Cash. Elvis was the first in all 4 major Hall of Fames. Now Johnny's joined him, so it's Elvis and Johnny.
That's pretty good company.
It is.
Yeah.
But my favorite award here in the hallway that most people just kind of walk right by is over here, and it's actually not from the United States.
Oh, okay.
It is this award here.
Germany?
It's the Norwegian Platinum Award.
Norwegian.
And it states that by 1971, a third of the population of Norway owned at least 1 Elvis record.
So wait, say that again.
A third of the population of Norway, shouts out to Norway, owned an Elvis record by 1971.
Wow. For an artist that they couldn't understand his language.
No, yeah, because it's not an English-speaking country.
Not an English-speaking country. And
wow, that's pretty cool.
Was presented this award?
He was presented this award, and it's proudly displayed here in the Hall of Gold.
And I love it's on a wood plaque, and it's just, you know, way to go, Norway. That, you know, I have a feeling no one else has received that award.
I doubt anyone else has received that award, unless they're a Norwegian artist.
Okay, fans, next time you're in the Hall of Gold, this is the things to look for, and you can impress your friends with all the facts that you know now from what she's told us. Thanks so much for joining us on this edition of Gates of Graceland. We'll be back real soon with another edition, so keep watching, and thank you again, Angie.
Thanks, Tom.
Let me get my award here.
No.
No.
I tell you what, Tom's always trying to take stuff from Graceland every time he's there. Okay, that's going to do it. Pretty interesting. I didn't know he had won so many awards for his country music contributions, you know. You always hear of him being the king of rock and roll, the king of music. Never country that often, but he had a lot of awards for his country music. Anyway, curious to see what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. I really do appreciate everything y'all do for the channel. If you like this one, hit that like button and then subscribe, and I would greatly appreciate it. Helps the channel out tremendously in the grand scheme of the algorithm. And yeah, that's going to do it for today. Thank everybody for watching the live stream. Hopefully I can get some more of these going, but with my flaky internet, it's always a hit or miss situation. So, but yeah, anyway, just wanted to clear my mind up a little bit, get back to something a little normal, and not real sure when I'll get back on a normal schedule. But as soon as I know something, I will let you guys know. And really do appreciate all your kind words and your thoughts. Thank you all. We'll see you next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.